Maybe I shouldn't be in the driveway.
All right, we are live.
Well, hello. Welcome back to Studio Route 6. Trying to slow down, and yes, we checked in a little early, but I wanted you to be able to get the shot of Lake Erie behind us because we're about to lose this shot. So just been enjoying the journey down Route 6. We are a little over. I'm going to try to stay on that shot so you can hopefully see Lake Erie while I am walking and talking. We are a little over 21 miles in for the day. It is coming up on 11:55 Eastern, so that would be 10:55 Central. And we have done a little over 21 miles already this morning. So probably by our 312 check-in, I will probably be done already, completed with today's 30 miles. But just wanted to give you the update. You're probably, I don't know, I can still see it, but I don't know how clear that is for you all on the video shot as we go through some trees on this journey, but just giving you the shot of Lake Erie as we are journeying today. So just checking in on the journey, enjoying and appreciating the comfort and luxury at this point. A good old-fashioned sidewalk on the journey. Don't really have any updates since our 8 a.m. check-in. Just been getting the miles together, laughing at you all and your different peanut butter brands, but just hoping that the scholars at Ascension and staff are having an amazing day as we start another journey of 312 miles to raise funds for Ascension. So I don't know. I know we started a little early, and let's see if you can see this shot. And the purpose of us starting a little earlier, I was crossing over and had a nice shot of Lake Erie before we kind of lose that view. I don't know when it'll pick up and it'll just be clear again of just the shot of Lake Erie for you. So wanted to give you an opportunity to have that shot, or for Lisa to be able to play it back for you all later. Again, as we have been on this journey, just giving a special shout out and much love to Emmanuel and their willingness to stand with Ascension and to make this possible. I ask for your prayers for Yvonne, who has had to travel for work, interrupted her work schedule to make sure she could make it to Cleveland so all of the streaming stuff would be able to be set up, and darted out of service yesterday to get back on the plane to get to Illinois to drive back a great distance for her job. And so just much love to Yvonne and Emmanuel for giving of themselves to make sure that we can get this walk done. And of course, your Studio Route 6 host, Lisa, from what I understand, she will have a team this year to help with this journey. So we just thank everybody on that end, on the technical end of making sure that this goes off and you can enjoy as much of the journey as we possibly can bring you. And okay, full confession and disclosure. I did try my charger. It works. Just haven't used it yet. It just was in walk mode. So just letting you know that, yes, the charger does work, so we will be able to stay connected. If my battery starts to go low, the only difference will be I'll take the headphones out and see how much you can really hear me as I connect to the charger. But we do have the portable charger, and it is working for our journey, so that is very exciting and refreshing.
That's wonderful. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yes.
Your video is a little bit pixelated, but we can hear you perfectly clear. So I'm sure it's just the trees around.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a question. Do you know how much longer you might have sidewalk?
I don't know the answer to that question. I honestly, I'm trying to remember, and I was asking myself that earlier. If I remember the route, we might have another day of sidewalk, if I remember correctly. So that would be amazing, but I don't really remember. So just enjoying that.
And remembering from last year, is this your favorite part of the walk, or is there better scenery? Or
Not so much the scenery. Of course, you know, just walking by the lake is always a joy. But really, my favorite part of the journey is connecting with you all and meeting the people and just seeing how God is using all of us as we connect on this journey. So not necessarily a location, but just watching God send people along the way to just keep encouraging ALCS and encouraging the walk and people sharing their own journey and just watching, again, even after the walk, how people connected that you didn't even know were following or streaming and the impact that the walk is having on people's lives. So not really a specific part or leg of the walk. It's really the entire journey, because each section brings a new showing of God's grace and mercy, and so it just all becomes exciting to watch how intimately and intricately God is involved in this journey and how much bigger than us it really is.
Gotcha. Okay, so now that I've buttered you up a little bit, I've done a little bit of research in our time off.
Okay.
And it appears your claim of Skippy being America's #1 peanut butter.
I would really back up here. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said, but it appears your claim of Skippy being America's #1 peanut butter might not be entirely true. That's according to New York Times. But there are some other sites out there that have other things to say and actually say Jiffy is the #1.
They're wrong. You always have to make sure you know who's providing you your statistics. I don't know how I feel about this. I think we should take this to our community and let them decide. But, you know, just a way to entertain ourselves. I still contend, and so does the walk. It's Skippy. But I do appreciate the research because we don't want to mislead people or be biased. Although I'm not biased, I'm just right. No.
Oh, see, now Tanya's on here and she says Jiffy is all we eat at the Mathers household.
Remember you in prayer.
So I'm thinking we should have a little bit of fun with this.
Okay.
And,
what does that mean?
know, what's that?
I said, what does that mean?
So since we're raising money for a school, I don't know about you, but I remember back in elementary school, a lot of polls were decided by how much money was raised for each answer. I don't know what you call it.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we should have a peanut butter wars challenge.
Okay. A peanut butter
Here's
war
what I'm
challenge.
thinking.
What does that mean?
Okay, so actually, I spent some time on this in our time off.
Okay.
So on our giving platform, you can give. There's a section, I think we're calling it Peanut Butter Wars. And
okay, you're creating this?
Yeah, it's live now.
Oh,
It's ready to go. Okay. So when you go to walk312.com and you go into the give section, the fund you go under is Peanut Butter Wars.
Oh my
which
goodness.
Whatever fund you go to, all the money goes to Ascension. So don't worry about which fund you go to. However, in Peanut Butter Wars, when you get down to the note or memo area, that's where you put in your vote for the peanut butter of your choice.
Like,
and
this
at the
is
end of the
now
walk,
a thing for real?
Oh yeah, this is a thing. Oh yeah, we're making this a thing. And then at the end of the walk, we'll declare who the winner is.
Now, how by which peanut butter raises the most money?
That's right. This could get real serious.
Okay, let's go for it.
Fair?
I mean, clearly, you've already created it. Let's go.
Listen, I'm confident. I'm confident Jif is going to win.
I appreciate this. Whatever we can do to raise funds for these scholars, all that to say, I need my Skippy soldiers to stand up.
Oh, Tanya's asking whether you like creamy or crunchy.
Crunchy. Creamy is a waste of chew.
Oh, see, we differ once again.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, here's Tanya, Team Jiffy.
Okay.
All right,
like
so we on.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So now you can go to Walk312 and vote for your favorite peanut butter. Whichever peanut butter raises the most money is deemed the best peanut butter of all time.
And I will go this far then. I won't even mention it anymore. I mean, that is of course, when we win, I'll mention it all the time.
See, now here's the benefit I have, because I'm in charge of social media. So I could just, jiff it up all day long.
This is most certainly true.
But if you're not going to mention Skippy, I won't mention Jiff.
Yeah, we'll let people vote and see what happens.
All right.
But just
Tanya says she's donating in a few.
But pardon me.
Tanya says she's donating in a few.
Okay. Now me not saying Skippy starts when we're finished, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. We can have our moments where we can
tell people to vote for Skippy.
Try to persuade. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with this. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay.
So how you feeling? How many miles you think you're in?
Right before I checked, we were slightly, I think it was 21.3. So far so good. We've had the Skippy crunchy peanut butter and crackers. And we've been working on the almonds and raisins. taking in lots of fluid. So feeling pretty good. Ready to finish off the 30 for today and rest up, and we'll, by God's grace, be at it again tomorrow to walk 312 miles for our scholars and staff at Ascension.
Anyone have any questions or comments for Pastor Bryan? I'll keep watching for him. I'll let you know if I get any.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll just keep walking with you.
Sure. I was trying to see if we had any more opportunities to catch Lake Erie, but have not seen that. Again, for those just journeying with us so far today, this is day one. The verse I'd like you to prayerfully consider as our base verse for our journey is Genesis chapter 32, verse 26. And not letting God go until he blesses you. Our faith is not a destination, it's a journey. And if we are willing to pray for it, let's be willing to hold on and continue to pray for it until God blesses us. It is just very interesting to me at this point. We were talking earlier this morning about praying for rain, and it has started to rain. And just because it is raining, that doesn't mean we go in the house and throw in the towel because the weather isn't what we wanted. But if you've been praying for rain, we've got to figure out how to walk in it, how to dress for it, how to be ready for it. We can't ask for it and then shy away from the responsibility of managing it and being proper stewards of what we're doing. And we've got to prove ourselves that we are prepared to receive that prayer that we've asked for. And so we are just very grateful for all of you. And I don't know what your Walk312 is, but I pray that over our time together, God begins to show you what your journey is. And we would love to be there for you, to support you in that, just as we are supporting the staff and scholars of Ascension Lutheran Christian School in Gary, Indiana. We want to be there for you. And we have that opportunity for you to submit your prayer request on our website. We have the opportunity for you to donate to support this journey, the opportunity to buy your walking gear as well. And as was just mentioned, your opportunity to vote for Skippy Peanut Butter. And so as we are taking this journey, I really hope you are exploring what it is that God is asking you to do. And are you willing to hold on at all costs until that answer comes, until that prayer is answered? No matter how long it takes, don't be afraid to dream big, to pray big. But don't be afraid to hold on either. It's not going to happen overnight. It is a journey. And we've got to be willing to do it just as we're doing for the staff and students at Ascension, one step at a time. Don't let God go too early. Don't give up too early. There's enough daily bread for each and every one of us. And so I just pray that you continue to hold on with us and go on this journey with us. And let's see where God takes us this year. And I just want to pause so that you can see the view of Lake Erie. And just a reminder of how big and massive God's love is for us. Just as big as Lake Erie, just as big as Lake Michigan, and all of the other lakes and bodies of water. God has enough for each and every one of us. And so I just pray that you walk in that ability to hold on and stay in the journey until your prayers are answered. Oh, dear friends, this is looking like the rain is turning to snow. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. I don't know if we have any other questions. We did kind of tune in a little earlier today so that you can see the last little bit of an uninterrupted shot of Lake Erie. But we'll stick around and see if you have any more questions, or if I need to reassure you how delicious Skippy really is. As we stated, as we signed in today, right before we logged in, I was slightly over 21 miles for the day. So probably by our next check-in, I should probably be finished or very close to being finished for our 30 miles for today. And we do have the portable charger for the phone, and it is working. So that is a joy as well. However, I have not used it yet.
Sometimes I forget to turn on my sound. All right, Nick Coster is asking, this is not peanut butter related, but what's one thing you want viewers to know about Ascension?
That Ascension is a beautiful family. That is the word that keeps continually coming to my mind, is what a family God has created there. It is still in its infancy, and it has just been very, very humbling to see how quickly God has used that school to morph into its own community, and a community gathered around God's love and God's grace. And so when you think of Ascension, I really do pray that you think of family and begin to embrace that you are now a part of that family. And we are all coming together to surround them with that love that only a family can provide. And so a very young family, I might add, because it is still in its infancy and it needs a lot of spiritual milk so that we can get it to a position that it can eat spiritual meat on its own. And so as you take care of an infant child, that is what God is asking us to do in Ascension's infancy. Let the family know that it is cared for and loved and supported, so that the family can continue to grow and thrive and be healthy. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Let's see here. Because the phone says we need some juice. So just like a young child, we will get it some juice.
All right.
Oh, let's see. That's not good.
Real world here.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes. Very interesting. Let's see. Were there any other questions?
Well, one more comment. Sorry, I'll try to speak up. One more comment. Nick Coster says, also, the Smucker's peanut butter disrespect being shown here is real.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I have a Skippy reply for that. The other thing I would like to invite us to do for all of those who are kind enough to follow this journey, if you would prayerfully consider sharing in your discipleship circle, your friends, your family, your loved ones, why it is that you're following, and invite them to be a part of the journey as well. And let's just continue to see how God is using us to grow together and to support and pray for each other. As I have tried to communicate, this journey has turned into much more than ascension, and just very humbled by the lives that have been touched. So please consider, as you give of yourself to Ascension, to share that story with others and invite them to the journey as well.
Diane Wunderlich is on.
Did I lose
and
you?
she is, nope, you got me?
Hello? Okay.
Okay, you're good?
Yes.
Okay. Diane Wunderlich is on, and she's asking if you are using a camera or your phone for filming.
My phone is what we are using. From last year, we learned or discovered that that was the best option for us. Uh-oh. So for those just joining, we are probably closer to 22, maybe 23 miles at this point. When we logged on, I was slightly over 21 miles for the day. It is starting to rain snow mix, so very excited about that. It appears that on this journey, this trip, we will experience all of the seasons.
So I have a question. Is Terry doing crossword puzzles again this year? And is he trying to beat his record from last year?
I do not know. But one of the things I was going to do is ask if anybody wanted to guess, and this isn't a challenge, but it is very entertaining to me. If anybody can guess what Terry's favorite protein bar is. And I don't know if we'll have the answer for you when we check in at 3. And please remember that at 3:12 we will be praying as we have done on our journey before. But begin to think about that. And then this is just a fun fact, just for entertainment purposes on our journey. What is Terry's favorite protein bar? For those just joining, the Bible verse that we are using to ground the walk, and we'll branch out from that particular verse, but what started that verse was I have been asked since the last walk, why am I walking again? And the reality is we have a very large goal, and we did not reach that financial goal last year. But as I tried to communicate, faith and this walk are not about a destination, it's a journey. And you don't go from $0 to $3,120,000 overnight. What I used earlier, if you have a large plate of food, you don't eat it all at once, you eat it one bite at a time. We are taking this journey for those scholars to show that we are committed to our faith journey, we are committed to them. And so Genesis chapter 32, verse 26, do not let God go until he blesses you. And so I just want to thank you and encourage you to find your personal journey, what it is you're asking God for in a powerful way that will require you to hold on until he blesses you, that will require you to take one more step. I also encourage you to check out Walk312.com, see the story, see the journey. You can donate there, you can pray there, you can purchase your walk gear, and please feel free to share with others while you are investing your time and energy into this, because it will be a blessing for them as well.
All right, so I'm going to make my guess on Terry's protein bar of choice. I only know Cliff bars, so I'm going to say Cliff chocolate chip, because you got to have chocolate.
Okay. I will take a picture of his protein. Well, actually on the next, when we gather at 3, I will have Terry present his protein bars of choice. So continue to guess, hold your guess, write it down. But yes, at 3, and just like that, family, sorry to interrupt, the rain-snow mix has stopped. And so you never know. Yeah, we're going to get all the seasons in. I will have Terry present his protein bars of choice at our 3 o'clock gathering. And just a reminder, the question was the word used to best describe ascension, and that would be family. And so by being on this walk, being on this journey, you now find yourself a part of that family. And so we are just very grateful for your love and support and being a part of the ALCS family.
Nick says it's kind.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
pardon me?
Nick is guessing kind only because Skippy doesn't make one.
Oh my goodness. Pretty funny. The reason I am not showing you any more views is we're going by a lot of addresses and homes. And I don't know that we need to be all up in people's business like that. So I can show you some more sidewalk. As I shared with you, we just had a brief spot of rain-snow mix, and we are well into the 20-mile range on today's walk. It is 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central. And go Skippy. If there are no other comments or questions right now, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to sign off and let the phone charge. So we'll be good and ready to go come our 3 o'clock check-in and our 312 prayer time. For anybody just now logging on, apparently Miss Lisa has created another challenge for us as a fundraiser. There is now a peanut butter challenge for everybody to submit their donations for Skippy, extra crunchy. So please take her up on that challenge. And by the end of the walk, the peanut butter that has raised the most money will be the walk champion.
Go, Jeff.
Genesis 32:26. Genesis 32:26. God's blessings to you, and I will see you later this afternoon.
All right. God bless. Stay safe.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. And for those who are still hanging on here, since we're talking about donating, let me do this here. There you go. All right. Since we are talking about donating, I did go ahead and put together a little video for you just to show how you can donate online and walk you through that. So, and then after this is done, we will go ahead and sign off. Okay, so here's everything you're going to need to know about donating to Walk312 online. First, let's start on our website, walk312.com. Here you're going to find plenty of places that you can donate, but let's go ahead and hit the big button labeled Donate Now. Now, this is equally as obvious on our mobile site for everyone who is using a smartphone. Here's the cool thing about our donation platform. You can choose how much you want to donate, when you want to donate, how often, and how you would like to donate. Now, for this demo, we are simply going to do a $10 donation just for a demonstration. You'll see that we have a few different options in the fund area. Now, all donations are going directly to Ascension. We have set up different funds because this is how we track which challenge you are participating in. Now, since I'm doing a $10 donation, I'm obviously not doing the challenge $3.12. So I'm going to do the general one. All right, now let's talk about how often you can donate. You'll see that you have several different options. You can do every week, every month. You can do just this once. So maybe you're thinking about giving up your morning coffee out once per week to support the students at Ascension by giving $5 a week. You have that option here. Think of the kingdom impact you could have by choosing to have coffee at home one day a week. All right. For now, we're just going to do just this once. And now let's talk about how you can choose your start date. You can choose today, which is what we're going to do, tomorrow, this Friday, next Sunday, or you can choose a custom date. So maybe you want to do a per mile pledge, and you would like to see it released when he finishes the walk on April 29th. So you can put in April 29th here. But for now, we're just going to do today. Now here, now I'm signed into my account, which is what I want to do at the moment. But what it will ask you is whether you want to use a credit card or a bank account. So let's talk about this for a second. Let me be completely transparent with you and give you a little behind the scenes of online donations that are made to nonprofits. See, even we cannot escape the processing fees of credit cards companies. Now, here's the beauty of the platform we are using, which is Nucleus. They do not charge us any third-party fee. So that means our processing fee is as low as it can possibly be because it is just the fee that goes to the credit card companies. There's no additional fees. But that's credit cards. Let's talk bank account for a second here. Because going the bank account route is actually the best option, especially if you are giving a more significant donation, because you are not charged a percentage of your donation. It's actually, no matter how small or how big your donation is, each bank account processing fee is only 25 cents. So if you give $1, it's $1.25. If you give $1,000, it's $1,000.25. No matter how big or small your donation is, that is never going to change. So here you'll see that when you go to bank account, you can enter it manually, or you can use Plaid, which will ask you what bank you are using, and it will send you to your bank's website to sign in, and then Plaid will communicate with your bank and get that all situated. And like I said, that only incurs a 25-cent processing fee, which is even cheaper than getting a stamp and sending it off in the mail. So we love that option. But I'm going to go ahead back here just to show you how it works. I am going to use my card, which is no longer in service, so I feel comfortable doing this. Now, when you do a card, we still have to pay that 1.9% processing fee to the credit card companies. Now, when you do a donation to a nonprofit, sometimes you may not be aware of this fee, but I promise you, your donation is always subject to this fee, usually more. It's just collected by the third party before sending it to the nonprofit of your choice. So for complete transparency, whatever you plan to donate, an additional 1.9% will be added before you make your donation. So if you plan to donate $100, your total is going to be $101.94. So just plan accordingly, whatever that means for you. Next here, you have the option to do a note or a memo. We're not going to do that at the moment. And I'm going to use my profile because I already have my account set up from last year when I donated. And if you do not have an account, it will ask you at that point what your email address is, what your name is, so that we can send you a thank you note along with a special video from Pastor, as well as the tax information you need to know for tax season. So you'll see here when I get to the total, it does $10.19, right? We said originally we wanted to do a $10 donation. Like I said, because we're using a card, it's going to go ahead and add that 1.9% on top of it. So my total would be $10.19. And that's that. I would then hit give now, which, like I said, this card is no longer in use, so I'm not going to do that. And that's it. That is how we donate online. Again, doing the bank account is, it takes just a second to do. And it is absolutely the easiest and cheapest route to go. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for all that you are doing for the kids at Ascension Lutheran Christian School. We are so grateful for you. Every dollar counts. So thank you, thank you, thank you.